Iowa cornfields and state fairs, what it's really like intro, the hook, 13 million acres of corn dan. T look like a spreadsheet, they look like an ocean that happens to be made of gold. Flash cut to the Iowa State Fair. Neon lights, a life-size butter cow, and a corn dog roughly the size of a Louisville Slugger. So how do all those quiet straight rows turn into the loudest party between Chicago and Denver? Hop in, we're driving the gravel roads to find out. Section 1, the engine room. If you've eaten corn this week, 1 in 5 of those kernels started here. Last season, Iowa cranked out 2.4 billion bushels. That's billion with a B. Run the numbers. 86,900 farms, and 97% still answer to a family name. Planting kicks off in April. Harvest stretches into October. These days a decent patch will hit 200 bushels an acre. Stand on any gravel road in late July, and the corn is so tall you half expect it to start whispering secrets. Tassels sway like slow-motion applause, and a drone overhead makes the whole thing look like a green brick wall that forgot to stop. All that feed heads south to Texas, feedlots west to Kansas, ethanol plants, and somehow still ends up in the $7 popcorn tub you bought last night. Section 2, a family story. Jim and Donna Rydberg run ground their great-great-grandparents broke in Story County. The barn went up in 1882. The planter's a 2023 model that pings satellites every time it drops a seed. Jim still walks fields with his granddad's walking stick. It is the only GPS that never needs an update. But soil tests text him from Ames like pushy group chats. Across the lane, Donna keeps her mother-in-law's heirloom tomato patch, the kind of garden that smells like summer in a jar. Together they juggle 900 acres, a banknote, and whatever Mother Nature feels like throwing this year. When the yield monitor spikes, Jim lifts his cap and wipes his eyes like the preacher just hit the high note. That feeling, times 86,900, is what pays for every ride ticket you're about to buy. Section 3, from rows to rides. Every ear of sweet corn at the fair was probably smiling in a field this morning. August 8, the gates swing open and the air fills with kettle corn and diesel perfume. 1 million people will shuffle these midway boards before someone turns off the lights. First stop, the AG building, where the butter cow number 113 in the series strikes a pose behind chilled glass like a bovine celebrity. Next door kids glue their noses to the bee exhibit, while parents gawk at a cornstalk taller than the center on the local high school team. The barns smelt like hay, honest sweat, and Herefords doing their best slow-motion runway walk. 10 minutes later you're holding a pork chopperist, a deep-fried Snickers, and a lemon shake-up that'll make your tongue file for workers' comp. Each bite is basically a thank you card to the fields you drove past at sunrise. Mid-roll seat. If you're still here and not in a food coma, hit subscribe. More Midwest rabbit holes every Tuesday. Section 4, the celebration. When the sun drops, the grandstand lights fire up for the tractor pull. Modified farm rigs howl down the dirt strip, turbochargers, sneezing orange flames. The crowd claps in engine rhythm because these are the same machines that hauled wagons last week and now think they re-at Daytona. Up the hill, quilts flap on a line like bright paper cranes. Inside the cultural center, a 4-H kid belts out her sheep call like she is auditioning for Broadway. At 10 sharp, fireworks bloom over the midway, golden kernels falling back to the very soil they left. Jim's judging corn hybrids tomorrow. Donna's peach cobbler has a blue ribbon in its sights. They'll stay until the last carny kills the lights because this week is their victory lap. Paid for in sweat, seed, corn, and maybe a little luck. Conclusion, endless rows turn into endless joy. The corn feeds the people. The people line up for elephant ears and Ferris wheels like it's their patriotic duty. The Iowa State Fair ISNT, a break from harvest season. It's harvest with extra salt and powdered sugar. Next August, roll down the windows on those gravel roads, wave to the farmers on their combines, then head to Des Moines, taste the corn, meet the families, and remember, somewhere out there, a golden kernel is becoming somebody's future on a stick.